Jason. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Second stream of the day. Got my man Pips on here, and we're just going to discuss some injury news, some late ads, and then I'm going to ask Pips a couple questions. You guys, if you don't know, Props Madness is what obviously I've been using for all my streams, for all my research. And Pips here is a co-founder of Props Madness. So, Pips, how are we doing today?
Yeah, we're doing great. Glad to be here. Hello to everyone who is watching. Of course, my guy doing really well this season. I've been in your Discord, and NBA has been really fun ride with your guy with your picks. So yeah, always happy to join the show with people that are doing well and know what they are doing. So happy to
Yeah,
be here.
appreciate that. Yeah, Pips, you too. You're crushing it. So to get it started, before we start like reacting to some injury news and stuff, do you just want to like give the people some advice on maybe how to utilize Props Madness the best? What's your favorite tools about it? What's your favorite? Let's see.
Yeah, it's kind of a bit of everything. I think most people catch up on the shot maps and play types and similar players. I think like that's straightforward, like seeing it right there on the screen. I think that's easy. But the power of it is in the filters. Like you can do so much matchup wise stuff. That's like you just go to Google, like you have under the name like DPT and DSZ, like dominant shooting zone, dominant play type, and only by doing filters using those two, you can do much. Filters for Siakam, especially like guys like that do transition stuff and driving to the rims. You can do like filters with points in the paint. Transition is huge for Siakam as well. You can see the correlation just by clicking on like it. Like every blue top is almost like in a good matchup on the green graphic. So you can see that correlation is right there, and the unders are basically all the time when uh, the line is really low, which means against good defensive transition teams. I don't know if people realize, but the blue line is representing the ranks for the opposing teams for the certain games. So if it's up there, it's an easy matchup, and if it's down low, it's a difficult matchup for the selected filter.
Yeah. I think honestly, I haven't been using that, but this makes it like super easy to like tell that apart, right? Just
You can just move the filter, like
yeah.
you just put it like to the remove. I will go the way around. I will like go to the when he's not playing bottom 10 in points in the paint. I can see it from the like this. Uh,
This is against bottom 10. Siakam's kind of a weird person because if like Siakam scores in so many different ways. I think
yeah,
Props
but
Madness gives you the biggest
but
edge when
yeah,
people are like play type dominant, you know?
yeah, especially against like spot up and transition and pick and roll ball handlers like that. That's huge. Uh, Siakam one is weird. Yeah, of course. There are obviously some guys that don't have correlation, and you can do much, but then you know, yeah, like they are unpredictable, and it's best to stay away. Like I have certain guys that I don't bet. It's not that they are banned list for me. It's just that. Unpredictable. They do well in like tough matchups and they do poorly in easy matchups. Like one of the guys for me is obviously Tyler Hero. Like that guy is a nightmare to predict. So yeah, I don't even look at the stuff for him. Like you can see that KD like here. All the unders came in top matchups here for the transition. Like you can just see it up there on the. But I don't want to mess up much with your process.
Yeah.
Just saying a bit stuff. But if you look at well,
Yeah, I brought up KD for this exact reason. I haven't bet on KD at all this year because it's like I don't he scores in so many different ways. It's like what's like I guess like a team like Boston or just like teams like Orlando, who aren't gonna like double much. Those are like kind of like Houston too. Those are like the matchups I guess I would look for like a KD, but like outside of that, man, like KD just he scores in so many different ways, and that's like a person who I personally like haven't bet on at all this year.
Yeah, I think I did twice and lost one, won one, so kind of the same, not much. So yeah, uh,
Okay,
yeah,
let's see. Do you want to quick react to some injury news?
sure. Like I
Okay.
don't even like I need to check first. Like, uh, Kyrie will play. Paul George listed out.
Oh, Paul George. Is Maxi out?
No news on Maxi yet. Max is also ruled out 20 minutes ago. Yeah,
So let's see. That game starts pretty soon. If you want to spend a little time on this Sixers,
sure.
I think that would be
Ye-
good.
Yeah, the Paul George is ruled now like a minute ago, so the lines are still up and won't change for like 5 more minutes probably. So they just closed and they will reopen like 4 minutes and then 1 minute for props madness to catch up. So in like 5 minutes probably because I don't think no one even expected Paul George to be out. He wasn't even questionable. I think
Yeah. I know
that just
I was on a Maxi under today, and he got downgraded and then ruled out. So we just got a starting lineup. It's Reggie Jackson, Eric Gordon, Ricky Council, Oubre, and Yabusele.
damn. I don't like my under on bench guy for the OKC. I could see Isaiah Joe now playing huge minutes. That was my bet on the show today. I expected Maxi. Maxi wasn't even questionable at the time when I gave the pick. So yeah, there are some troubles when you share early stuff, but
Yeah,
can't do
those
much.
the unders I feel like are like this. What I realized is like the smallest like stuff that you wouldn't even think is relevant. Like Miles Turner got ruled out on like I think it was on like a Booker under or something like that, and then they just stopped blitzing him. Like Miles Turner's been blitzing a ton recently, and then he gets ruled out.
Yeah,
Stop blitzing.
yeah,
Like, weird stuff like that.
yeah, he can move the feet, so it actually makes sense to blitz and recover with him. But when you have like Thomas Bryant, you are just like praying for him, like dude, stay inside and do at least something, like at least try to contest like at the rim. So yeah, obviously, like Pacers defense is always like not great.
Yeah. One thing I noticed about the Pacers though is that they've been they haven't been like last year. Remember, we were just printing betting overs on like high usage drivers last year, and
Yeah, it was the case in first 15 games of this season. I would say I did the research at one point. First two scoring options that were like drivers were over against the Pacers in like 16 out of 17 games with like 45% more than their average against them. So it was like even if it's 2 points higher than usual, you just bet it.
yeah,
So yeah, you won't get much sample size with these filters.
yeah.
Yeah, I will just ignore probably both McCain and
McCain,
Drummond. Yeah.
yeah,
So
McCain. Let's say McCain. McCain's gonna
you,
dominate usage. So if these are like McCain on stats, though, you kind of got to boost everyone up a little bit too, because McCain was
yeah,
good dominating usage.
yeah, yeah, but you
Yeah,
can see that the sample size in these is actually garbage.
yeah,
I don't consider anything less than like 60 minutes. Like at least two full games of me. So at least 60 minutes is something I'll look into. But anything less than that, like I just don't care because it can be just a huge fluke, and then you go and bet it, and you are on the wrong side. Yeah.
yeah. What do you think about one thing I noticed with OKC is that they'll actually play Hartenstein and drop if they're going up against like a team that doesn't have a good guard.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I think Reggie Jackson, if his line's like super depressed because of like the matchup, I
yeah.
actually don't think it's like will be like a completely terrible matchup for him.
Uh, so this is actually in these spots. I usually go heavy on a guy that can create
Hmm.
his own shot, but not against the OKC.
Yeah,
So like the guy that will shoot whenever he gets the ball, like
Ricky
when he's
Council.
wide, that guy will have 10 free throws tonight.
Yeah,
He is at 10.
I'm curious to see what Ricky's because if you look at like this, it doesn't look all too great. Like the field goal attempts for 36, This is only Embiid and Maxey off the court, so like Paul George and McCain are obviously going to be a lot in this.
You need to bet overs only on guys that will play in fourth quarter
Yeah.
down 50 tonight. Yeah.
Who do
Yeah.
the 76ers? Do you know who they have available off the bench?
I'll just check, but not much. Like I think is Gordon starting?
Gordon is, yes, he's starting.
Yeah, he needs to score in this one. I don't know what's the line going to be, but spot up threes will be great. They have Adam Bona, Pete Nance. I don't know. I have no idea who that guy is. Justin Edwards, Jeff Downton. That's it.
If you had to guess, Ricky Council. So I think they might only have 9 available. Obviously, like Bona, Nance would get garbage time, and then
Bona will play
Downton,
backup five. Yeah, and it's Justin Edwards, Jeff Downton, and Ricky Council in the garbage.
yeah. So
None of
Council's also
these.
starting too, which means he could easily play like massive minutes.
Yeah, I could see 30 minutes for him.
Let's see.
Uh,
Yeah,
I don't know
Oubre. What
if
do you
you
think
are.
about Oubre's stuff? Because he's not even going to be in the spot up role, really.
I fucking hate Uber, man. Like
Yeah,
this guy.
I bet on Oubre.
Yeah,
I bet on Oubre's over, and he shot like against the Wizards. He was like 1 for 7 for three, and then I bet his under against the Magic, and he's like hit his first three threes or something like that.
last season, one game I remember, I've had Uber under like 18 and a half or something, like maybe 17 and a half. And it was like he was starter, and it was like 3 minutes left in the game, and they went down 25, and he had 12 points, and the Nick Nurse pulled everyone out besides Uber, and he was playing in garbage minutes with almost idiots on the court, and he was like going so hard, and he got like 8 points in the last 3 minutes, and I was by the hook. It was incredible, and since that day, I said like this guy, like mm, I've had enough.
Yeah,
It's not like banned. I'll consider him sometimes, but I don't know. I'm not against the best defense in the league.
no. Do you think? Like an Oubre under could have value, or just because I know that the Sixers do play tomorrow against the Knicks, so back Oubre is like a pretty valuable piece in the rotation, and
Yeah, I agree. But I don't know, man. Like, so ATR has Ricky Council at 16.6 points, highest on the team, which
oh,
is
Council's only at 12.5 points, and then PRA 20.5.
yeah. I'm at the PRA's line. He has yeah no edge on rebounds and assist as it's at 8.3. But points, I don't know. Like this seems like wrong line for Ricky Council,
Yeah,
honestly. Like, can he even shoot? Like, what's his percentage from three?
I know. Let's check. I know he's
I mean, if you can shoot against the Thunder, like, how do you score?
20,
26%.
26. He was 37% in last year. I know that
Yeah,
Council. This isn't like saying much, but I know that Council was very good in like summer league. Like he would get in and score at will. Let's
yeah. I
see.
think he is a decent player. Like, very strong, tank kind of player.
Like
So driving, but driving against OKC is like the most difficult stuff in the world, probably.
yeah,
uh Still about 12 and a half, like that can be like 4 from 12 and like 8 free throws, which is something I could expect from him because that dude is living on the free throw line. Like if you take a look this season per 36, he averaged 5, and last season he averaged 9 free throws per 36. Like he should get there.
yeah,
So
and
maybe
garbage time too. OKC might have like Alex Dukason and shit.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. Maybe this has some edge on this one. Maybe I need to share it myself as well.
Yeah,
So when he played in a good matchup, I mean, just trying to find. Okay, Cleveland Cavaliers 21 minutes, 11 points. Orlando Magic 18 minutes, 9 points. So that's close in like half the minutes.
yeah,
Houston Rockets 12 points in 27 minutes. Those are difficult matchups, and he did score in those games.
And Maxi was playing in all these games.
Yeah. So
Maxi just absolutely dominates usage. Like it's ridiculous. So
yeah, I may need to take like a minute off just to type this out for
yeah,
from my side, because this could be like a really good bet.
yeah. I think this is a bad line, to be honest. I was almost thinking like 15 and a half. Like that's with
Yeah,
the
I was expecting I'll honestly be like 14, but yeah, when he's announced as a starter and they don't have much else and keep playing garbage when they are down like by 25 in the early, maybe like they could lose by 40 tonight. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. So it's they have only four guys on the bench, and he's the only starter that can actually play. Like hope Dub he will play Reggie Jackson in there. So let me just give me like 1 minute.
Yep, I'm doing the same thing. I'll try to talk while I'm doing this. I really struggle at that. Even
Yeah, same. Yeah, same, man. Like not possible for me.
whenever I'm on stream, I'm always and I find a play I like, I'm like just trying to stall and say random shit. Let's see. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm definitely I'm sending this into mine too.
I mean, we find a bet, and people that are watching probably going to go and bet it. So, like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe his rebounds are also low. Let me just check stuff.
Let's
Uh,
see. 4.5.
Points at 17 and a half. Like, I think he can get 5 rebounds. Like, he should get 5 rebounds.
Yeah,
Uh, uh,
OKC's not a great rebounding team neither.
yeah, he's really strong. He could like per 36, he averaged 6 rebounds, and yeah, he should get 30 minutes tonight. That's
Yeah, I'm thinking like 33, 34 is a good like projection. Just because, I mean, we might as well see what you got in like your young players.
yeah. DraftKings just the books opened now 12, 13 and a half, and yeah,
Okay.
this is going to get steamed
Yeah.
a ton. Uh,
Yeah, we're both doing the same shit.
yeah, and people watching probably doing the same shit. So
Yeah, so they're just locking it in. Well, I'm glad that we found a play already though. This one was pretty.
yeah. This was really quick.
Let's see. Okay, Ricky Council over 12 and a half. Let's see. Would you play? I would play. I would probably play at 13 and a half too, personally.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay. Sweet.
Let me just check. Did the line move?
I think the line's holding. Let's see. 12 and a half. It's holding at 365 in MGM.
Yeah.
Caesar's moving. Caesar's moves pretty quick. Um, I bet a Kevin Love over last night points 7.5. Caesar's was like all over the place with that shit, and they had it at like 6.5, moved it to minus like 170 or some shit, and then I think bumped it back up to like 8.5 or something. It was like weird.
Yeah. So I don't know. I hope some books hold, but I just saw DraftKings move to 14 and a half.
Even PRA is not bad. I mean, 2 assists, 7 rebounds and assists. I mean,
Yeah, he averaged six per rebound, 6 per 36 with all the guys in, and
let's.
now he's probably the strongest guy on the team that could crash the glass.
I want a quick check last year with the Embiid and Maxi off. Let's see who else had high usage last year. I guess Tobias somewhat if those two would be out.
Yeah, somewhat. Yeah, somewhat. But
Oh,
Uber probably sometimes when Embiid was off was also high usage, but he's playing tonight, so
yeah. I mean, this might be a better sample. We could go to last year.
yeah.
Just because this will be like garbage time stuff, and like this game is pretty much like a garbage time game. The council, 24. Yeah, look at. I mean, look, 24 points per 36. Only 4.89 rebounds, 1.9 assists, but yeah, it got to the free throw line, like you said. OKC will foul a fair bit.
Just a second, I need to bet something because I think bet online pro builder opened up 12 and a half, so I need to play this myself now. uh, insane line. They just opened like followed up, and I think they are very wrong on this.
Yeah,
How did they cannot they wait everyone to set the lines and then they open so wrong. Just a
yeah.
second.
I
Yeah,
would.
it's 12 and
Hey,
a half.
would you work for the books and like do NBA?
Yeah. Nah,
Nah,
no. They
yeah,
can. Market is suspended. What's now going on? Yeah. So that's just. I will always work on the other side. I just nah. Yeah, and how much should they pay me like for this stuff?
yeah,
Like
not shit. Can make more betting on it.
yeah.
Making content and stuff. Okay, let's see.
So Flip, do you use Flip or do
No,
ever you
I'm
do
more
you
of a
ever
prop builder. Prop builder.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not using myself. I'm just like, do people use Flip? How available is it? It just showed up this season, so have no clue. People ask me to share their lines so they can, so they know. But honestly, like it looks like a really soft book, like
Mhm.
um s- in the range of Bet365, I would say, and MGM. I think MGM, Bet365, ESPN are the worst books. This was up on. I just checked. I wanted to bet myself, but couldn't get money down on Bet Online. I'm doing just the same thing as you are now, looking at the Bet Online probably, but it was removed. Uh, I clicked on it and it was removed from Bet Online. So I don't know how much time until Props Madness moves it, but probably like 1 minute or something.
You can you Pips, you know how to do you know how to bet online? You gotta go to like the bet builder and then just like add it and then manually do it.
Yeah, I do it. Like,
Okay.
yeah. I use Bet Online. I think
Yeah,
I
you can bet
spoke
on
with you. I spoke with you actually. You remember, like earlier before the season or something, about Bet Online, and you said like Bovada and Bet Online. Bovada kind of screwed, but Bet Online works still well for me.
yeah. No, but
You
I
can
I I just bet the council one on bet online. Oh, actually no, he just got removed now. Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't get it. Like I'd opened it and went to place the money the bet and clicked it and it showed on the screen and I went to bet and it's like banned and it's back but it's minus 152.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, terrible
They
line.
they yeah, they didn't move the line. They said it is removed back again. So this is all over the place. It's actually incredible.
Okay.
So yeah,
Do you wanna move on to a different game or do you want to stay on this for a little bit?
what else, man? Like what other lines we have? Like what's the line for Gordon?
Okay,
Eric.
Gordon, we're looking at 12 and a half. I I just don't know who's creating an advantage for Gordon, you know? He needs someone to create an advantage for him. And I know OKC naturally is like a aggressive overhelping team, but I I, I don't know. Is he gonna get any usage? Like, and what's he gonna do with
Uh,
usage? Like,
I think he should get the usage, but maybe he doesn't care. Like
he
maybe
shot
he just
super
I
efficient.
there was like game lately and he just bombed stuff. It was like against Wizards. Yeah, he started and like scored 4 threes, made 15 points, but the usage was god awful. Um, he kind of scored 14 points again. Like look at this. Like last 3 games for Eric Gordon, he made 9 threes on 14 attempts. So he was 9 for 14 from three over the last 3 games. That's
Yeah,
insane.
super efficient against Orlando too. I bet is under on the side against under 8.5 against Orlando. And yeah, shot 3 for 3 from deep. Probably got
Yeah,
fouled on a three and made all three. I mean,
yeah, incredible. As a Houston Rockets fan and having the years of him at my team. It's always crazy experience with this guy.
yeah,
Like he started the season like couldn't make a bucket, and then December and January 10 games he's shooting like 45% from three. Not a huge like sample size, but he can make buckets. It's even though he's now like 36.
Do you have any input on Oubre stuff? Like 28, 29 and a half PRA at 365, 28 elsewhere. I guess it's just like DraftKings is like way lower, and that's probably the more accurate line, right?
DraftKings is at 18 and a half per points. Some other books are at 20, which is a reach. I will bet under.
Yeah.
Uh,
FanDuel's at
365. Yeah. On points, rebounds, and assists, I think DraftKings is sharp on this one. I think everyone else is off the market, especially Bet365 with and Hard Rock with 29 and a half. That's a reach.
Yeah.
Reach for sure.
What else
Like
is-
he's not getting assist. Uber, like that dude is not passing. So the established the run ATR has 24 points, rebounds, and assists for him,
for
which is
Oubre?
kind of a bit too low. I would say like yeah, I think 26 should be some sweet spot tonight because he's not getting 4 quarter minutes probably because it's a huge blowout.
Yeah. Like I
Like
like under
they
20
need to
and a half.
account into it because this team is. What needs to happen for this team to stay in the game? The fourth, like a miracle, like Gordon 5 for 5 from three or something. Like I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
this Sixers team is probably worse than like the Wizards team that OKC just beat by 40. Like no bullshit. At least like that Wizards team has like Poole and Kuzma and Valanciunas and shit.
I think it's much worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's much worse.
Like like
So
do you
they
like
just so the ATR just readjusted their lines, and it's Ricky Council at 14.3 points, and Uber at 21 and 8. So
I feel like that's projecting like a fully competitive game. I could
yeah,
be wrong.
34 minutes for him. Eric, so the thing, what's the assist for Reggie Jackson? I don't see anyone creating stuff besides Reggie Jackson.
4.5.
Yeah, I think that should be like I get it who scores for them, but come on, like
Yeah. the thing is,
who is going to create for this?
honestly, Pips, do you bet sides and totals ever, or are you only props?
I do bet sides and totals, yeah.
What? OKC is gonna win by more than 16. You think?
Yeah. If I look at the covering of this, is probably like I think 60% is for sure. So huge edge there.
Yeah, I like that. Okay.
Let me see.
Any other?
Let me just see the. I want to see what's the updated line for Ricky Council. Is it like 14 and a half will not get steamed down? Like it's crazy. It's crazy what ATR is doing to the market. They set the Ricky Council lines to 16 and a half, and it started moving so heavily up, and now that they readjusted, it will go back down. Like it's incredible. Yeah,
it's basically 13 and a half everywhere now, and I think that's still a good playable line.
Yeah, but that's their projection without blowout probably.
Okay.
Like 13 and a half is still a good line to get. Like so. Yeah, I can't wait to watch this guy that can't dribble the ball score.
Yeah.
He's fun. Like that, I need to give him that. But the usage should be insane tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And hope he makes some threes to help us get over. But he should get. I know this guy. He'll get the ball and just run to the rim and get to the free throw line like 7 or 8 times and be like 3 from 12 and get over somehow.
They'll cover, yeah.
Yeah. 3 from 12 is probably 7 points plus like 6 free throws. That's 13. Enough.
Yep, there you go. That's all we need.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Kyrie is officially in. Let's see. That game doesn't start till like 8:30. Let's see.
Yeah.
So Io is still. Oh, DeAndre Hunter's out for the Hawks. We could go there real quick.
Sure.
Risa Shea stuff. I don't like the matchup. Phoenix is kind of drop coverage, limiting spot ups. Transition.
Yeah, this is kind of Trey Young's spot. It's like if he's healthy, he should be the one that's shooting 25 times.
Hmm. So Trey Young, is there anyone else you think that anyone? Because no DeAndre is actually pretty important, especially for Bogey. Bogey, his usage has kind of sucked in the second unit. I've noticed. I bet on him against Utah, and it was just like DeAndre Hunter was getting every like off ball action ran for him and stuff.
Yeah,
So I think Bogey sneakily probably gets the biggest bump without Hunter.
he
Even
should.
like
Like he's the second best offensive player by far. Like it's not even close. No one is even close.
what do you think about what do you think the way to I guess we could even check. I've been actually doing this more recently for like little stuff. Like just like does like a especially with like centers and point guards, like do centers have better per 36 numbers? Or I did it with Draymond assists, like him with Steph and Wiggins off the court versus them off, and like his stuff was obviously like way better. But we could do Bogey or let's see. All right, so Bogey right now per 36 is um 20.13, and then let's take DeAndre Hunter off and see what he's at after that. Let's see, 16.43 shot. Oh no, that's last year. Crap. I was gonna say I feel like Bogey wasn't having that good of a year. Um, so Bogey this year
Yeah,
is per 36, 15.82. And then if we take DeAndre Hunter off the court, 19.32.
yeah,
So he gets a
as
really big.
expected. But I don't. He is still on limited minutes, so that's the thing. Like minutes won't change much with Hunter being out. It's just probably usage.
He's played
And
28 the last two games.
so when you look at the per 36, you get 15.8, which is a huge down for the last season, but the usage is also down a ton from the last season.
Yeah.
He went from 16.5 per 36 field goal attempts to 13, which is, yeah. Let me just check stuff. Like, he's projected to play 26 minutes. He played 28 last two. Covered against the Suns. If he missed one more three, he'll be at 14, which is covering. I usually get look at stuff like that. Suns are actually a good matchup for Bogey. Like,
Off the screen.
I will actually say like it's great matchup. Yeah, I mean the numbers are saying spot up, but that's when there are other guys. Like when he needs to create and when he hits to attack alone, you can see that he's scoring as pick and roll ball handler some degree, so he's capable of screen a lot, transition a lot, obviously. This pick and roll man is probably when they play guard on guard pick and pop, uh, go screens
Yeah.
for he makes some go screens and then pops out to Trey Young. So they probably count it as pick and roll man, which is crazy, but it's AI counting that stuff. So yeah, think he should be in good spot honestly.
Yeah, I think so too. Because yeah, I mean, just look at like when there's screen actions, you're clearly Phoenix clearly isn't good at defending that. I mean, 29th against off
Yeah,
ball screens, and just like the usage, like all most of the Hunter off ball screens. I guess maybe some will go to Garrison Matthews. Garrison Matthews might
yeah, for
actually be
sure.
taking up some of it. Yeah.
Yeah, Garrison Matthews. What's the line for Garrison Matthews?
What about like? I mean, this is kind of a weird one. Bogey assist. I've always thought Bogey is like to be an okay playmaker.
Yeah, he's actually really good. I think like every guy that's like European type of high IQ guy. That's great playmaker. You should if you watch the I don't know if you watch the I mean you did like well you were watching Serbia playing like in the years when there was no Jokic, Bogdan was doing great stuff for them of an offense, and even when he played in EuroLeague, uh, yeah, I'm not in EuroLeague, but in Europe, he was the main guy and he was creating a ton. He's high IQ guy, and those guys can switch the role whenever they try.
Yeah, for sure.
So, most interesting one for me is Garrison Matthews being projected to play 22 minutes.
Let's see.
And in those minutes, I think this could be really interesting.
Yeah, so this is 18 to 24, 6 out of 12. But let's see. Yeah, a spot up. Like I feel like I feel like I've seen Garrison getting run off of a ton of screens, like a lot more than that.
Yeah.
Like,
So last time he played the Suns, he got 4 threes up in 11 minutes.
yeah.
If he can get 7 tonight, that should be enough to cash this.
This could be I'd rather honestly, I think if you have like a good like maybe you could play this with like OKC money line, like minus 160 for over 1.5 threes for Garrison, and then OKC money line added just to I don't know what that would get it down to. Probably it would get it down a little bit, but I don't think that would be a terrible look. Because when
He should,
Garrison's scoring 9 points if he doesn't hit 2 threes, you know.
yeah, but you can bet 3+3s on plus money, like
Yeah,
a ton of plus money probably. Like
yeah, yeah, that too. So Garrison makes sense. One thing I did notice, so yeah, Bogey is available. Where was Kobe White is in, right? Or
yeah,
okay,
both him and Lonzo
him and
are
Lonzo.
in.
Okay,
Yeah,
if we click on Pelicans, so I'm actually on Zion's PRA.
yeah, yeah. So I don't. Yeah, that should be good. Like
Yep.
he looks incredible shape. Last game, when we are talking about bottom majors, last game against the Boston Celtics, it was crazy. I managed to get down middle second quarter. He played 8 minutes in the first quarter and had 0 points, missed 2 layups, and the bet online moved the line in live to 13 and a half.
Oh my gosh.
And he was just it was timeout and he was the score tables. He was getting back in with 8 minutes left in the second quarter to get another stint, and they had 13 and a half.
Yeah.
Like to start the second quarter. That was absolutely insane. So he were really offline, and I got down on him because I watched him. Like they were like camping in the paint to like it was like Horford and Porzingis like full wingspan, and you can't pass here. There is no one on the Bulls that can do that, and kinda Zion looks like in best shape we've seen him recently. Like he looks really trimmed and really explosive. So yeah, I do kind of lean into that as well.
One reason why I bet it is, dude, so he's averaging 21.8 and it's like on like 30 minutes per game, which like I think he's played 28 the last two. I think he maybe could get up to 30 here. But he's shooting like 47% on twos. And Zion for his career is literally shooting like 59% on twos. And they're playing the Bulls most points in the paint allowed. So I just think this is
Yeah.
gonna be like a massive like positive regression spot for Zion.
So I'll just say, like first 2 games, Blazers, I watched both. They were triple teaming him like all the time. Then the next game, he killed the Golden State Warriors. The next game, Draymond said, "You won't score tonight." Like they were doing, he was doing amazing work against Zion. And then 2 overs, games against the Wolves was a great game from him. They kind of collapsed on him, and he still scored 22. And then this is a stinker, but the defense was absolutely amazing in front of him. So Cleveland Cavaliers amazing defense, Wolves amazing defense, Boston amazing defense. Now he gets the worst defense in the league.
Yeah.
In the high space. I mean, if you are playing him in half court, you can stop him. But Bulls are playing the high space, so there's no way they can stop him.
Yeah, for sure. What do you think about Giddey stuff? One thing that I think that Giddey has a pretty good edge against really bad transition defenses, and this is also weird. I don't know how much you pay attention to home road splits, but Giddey's are like ridiculous. Like 29.6 PRA at home, 21.8 on the road. Like that might actually be something because it's just so substantial. But
can you check the teams he's playing? Look at the transition defense
for points or assists
overall. Like
overall.
he gets a lot of assists from transition as well. So in rebounds as well. So look at like points, rebounds, and assists, and correlation for home. Like when he's playing at home, he's playing a lot of teams that are above average. Above average. Can you check the away?
So do you want me to filter it?
No, we can see by the eye that he's playing average to above average, like teams mostly at home. And can you check just switch out to away stuff?
Yep. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, way more difficult transition matchups. Where I honestly, if it's not like the only thing I care about home away splits is 3 point shooting for like
Yeah.
shooters. Overall numbers on guys that don't shoot, I honestly don't care much, to be honest.
Yeah. No, that's for sure. 3 point shooting definitely matters because there is like a mental thing to shooting. But like, yeah,
Yeah,
rebounding, like hell no, like that doesn't
yeah,
even make sense at all. Let's so
yeah.
Kobe is in, which kind of does hurt his minutes floor.
I
But
honestly think like with Kobe White back and Lonzo playing more minutes, and I think his ceiling is really capped here.
Mhm.
Like minutes wise, if he's not playing well, he's getting benched for the other guys. If other guys are playing well, he could get benched for them.
Pips, look at this,
Uh,
6.5 assists against bottom half of the league transition defenses.
yeah, I said like huge correlation with transition for everything for him. Like, uh, yeah, and
And,
it also makes sense. Like, he's good at like hitting cutters on the on the transition. Like it matches the eye test as well.
I think I might actually play this. I just want to quick check one thing. I'm gonna go to the Bulls and see. Uh, I guess let's just put Kobe on the court, and I want to see if Kobe, because Kobe's kind of a spot up guy, and he'll let it rip. But so Giddy 8.73 normally. Kobe on the court. Not that Kobe's like missed a lot of time or anything, but so eight.
Yeah, I get it. But
Yeah,
like Kobe's playing with second unit mostly, but
a
yeah,
little
it
bit better too.
improves. Yeah, I think that makes sense actually. He's
So
playing 30 minutes, so that's probably like 8, and you have like good line for you have a good line for it.
and still no IO, which is nice because that definitely helps raise. That probably puts them for like 28 to 32 minutes or something like that. Maybe 26 to 32, but yeah, Pips, I think I'm about to make this official. This is I think this is a pretty good bet.
You have a huge card today.
A huge what?
Huge
Huge
card.
card. Yeah, I know. I didn't I've never filtered Giddy. I knew that Giddy was transition reliant, but I never filtered the assist by transition. So I I, I didn't realize that
Yeah.
he was like it made this much of a difference. And Pelicans also just like I mean we can go to Kobe
You
White.
know, you know what's my way to go way to go with Randall. I
Julius.
use yeah I use spot up for assists like
Oh
to
yeah,
filter assists because like teams that don't allow spot up I bet under him assists, and teams that allow a lot of spot up means they collapse and he's driving and kicking them. I bet the over. Like it's almost perfect like correlation for
yeah.
Randall, like, for example. That well works for so many other guys. Yeah.
Hey, I'm a Wolves fan, so I can like perfectly. I watch every Wolves game. I can perfectly envision like he's posting up, teams collapse, and he just finds an open 3 point shooter. That's literally how he gets basically all of his assists.
Yeah, the under on assist against Orlando Magic was like the freest money I ever had. Like that was like I made a bet and I already counted it as a winner, and it was no sweat to assist. Like they didn't help a bit uh, on Randall drives. Like they just single coveraged him the entire game, and he couldn't make an assist. Like no targets for him in that one. He had 2 assists. The line was 4.5 plus 100 or minus 105. I know
Yeah.
you are writing it down, so you can't give much attention.
Yeah, no. No, but Pips, I was on Randall's over against that Magic team too, because like I just knew like we both thought the same way. It was just like
Yeah.
when he's posting up, they're not going to double him. It's just going to be like he's going to shoot it every single time.
So my interesting way, I shared it on my show. It's so for the Randall, I should probably go like under 4.5 assists and 15 plus points, and that's like plus 150, and that's winning a lot. And I had the same thing on Giannis. Yeah, I bet Giannis under 5.5 assists combined with 25 plus points. Plus 160, and it was free. Like it was like 2 assists, 3 assists, and 35 or something points. Like easy. So
Yeah,
Orlando Anders
yeah. No,
has
those
been
those
really good.
SGPs because yeah, spot. Or I, dude, every time Orlando plays, I make a bet on the game because it's like their scheme is like so predictable.
Yeah,
Do you have any teams that you like don't bet opponents against just because like their scheme is like unpredictable?
uh, Denver.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. Like one game, I watched the game and like Zubat was destroying them because they were blitzing Harden and they were staying to on corner guys. And then the next game, I bet Zubats over because I saw it. And then they completely switched and they played Jokic in drop coverage and they were packing the paint and doubling Zubats on post ups. Like, so, okay. Then I go back to next game and they don't care about, I don't know who was it, like Volker Kessler or something. Okay. Next game, I bet Jared Allen over. And Jokic is completely glued to him entire game and lets Donovan Mitchell and Garland shoot wide open threes and they got blown out.
Yeah.
Yeah, not bad. Like overs on the wings most of the time work, but I don't bet like pick and roll ball handlers and I don't bet roll mans because you don't never know what's Malone going to decide. Is he blitzing or he's drop coverage, and that changes everything like for the match.
Yeah, I noticed that too because like a lot of the times I'll look at like last 15 catch and shoot frequency, last 15 pull up frequency to kind of like see like oh like obviously high pull up frequency is
Yeah.
like playing drop and stuff. And Denver, like if you look at the season long data, I guess they played tonight, so we can quick check it out.
Just a second. Nemhard started the game with 5 points and 3 assists in first 5 minutes. Oh,
Oh,
in
let's
first 4 minutes. Yeah.
Keon Ellis will start in place of Monk. Oh yeah, do you have any thoughts on Monk being out, or do you think the lines are all
Well,
pretty well set?
I don't have a good read on the Kings with no coach yet.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. What about
Keegan
like
Murray,
King?
Keegan Murray could be like in some decent spot. I said on the show that I like DeMar DeRozan over 19 and a half, and he was there. Uh, they don't, maybe they don't play like drop coverage against Fox, but they for sure are going to play it against DeMar DeRozan. So
Mhm.
I don't know. Kevin Huerter lost the minutes, so he could be in a decent matchup here because he can like kill you from the handoffs, and that's the way they are going to defend it. But overall, not much. The Kings are one of the teams I don't bet much on. I bet against, but I don't bet much on. Like they have some crazy good offensive player. I bet role players over on if they shoot spot ups on threes.
Mhm.
That's been working like a charm this season. As Kings allow the most spot up. That's just easy. Like uh Conley, Dante, Naz Reid, like some of these guys, but overall not much on the Kings. I hate Kings.
Yeah,
I
it's
bet
because Monk, Fox, and DeRozan like all just like are super pick and roll reliant. So it's like which one of them is gonna have the bad game, which one of them is gonna have the good game, you know?
and also I early in the season I got fucked with betting Sabonis over on assist, and then I realized he's in dunker spot, and Demar Derozan was just pimpling the shit out of the ball. So yeah,
I don't like this line, like 17 and a half, especially. I don't like this number, so it's kind of relevant, but I think that like Bucks have like really been protecting the hell out of the paint because I've been watching them slowly keep on going down and down for points in the paint allowed.
yeah.
And like obviously it's
Yeah,
like Brook and
I couldn't understand how to start the season they were so poor because I watched the preseason and they were collapsing on every drive in this side, like drop plus collapsing on the drives. So that's like probably needs to end up like top 5 defensive teams in the paint, especially with Brook Lopez out there. So yeah, it was weird to see, but they are trending that way. And Sabonis against Brook, yeah, Brook is like toughest possible matchup for him. Like
Mhm.
he can move him in the post. He can score on him in the post. He can shoot out. Like if he makes like 4 mid-range shots, he'll probably get the over. Uh, he maybe make some threes. Like he's lately been making no threes almost every game.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Let's see. Was there anything else that we missed or didn't touch on?
Not much, honestly.
Not much. Okay. Um, do
So
you want?
interesting. Like yeah, nothing. Like yeah,
Let's see. Do you want to quick go to Brooklyn and see what's going on there?
sure.
Is is there
Uh,
official injury news? Brooklyn's been a team I bet on like against every game because they blitz every single time and
Yeah.
suck in transition spot up, but they're like a perfect like role player matchup.
Yeah, so four players still questionable. Russell, Cam, and Claxton and Simmons. So all the entire team, honestly. Like, I've got the on the good side of Noah Conley 2 games in a row, where I just predicted that he'll be like the guy for them.
Mhm.
But now with everyone back, like probably when Fade looks great. This guy was 23 and a half at the time of my show, and I was honestly thinking about pulling the under, but
Me
the
too.
volume will be absolutely insane.
What about like Denny? Because Denny's like a very good. He's like look at his play type: spot up, transition, free throws. It's like kind of a perfect matchup for him.
Honestly, it is, but I bet on him against the Dallas, and he looked god awful.
Oh,
But he got the shots up, like he got the shots up.
oh yeah,
But 15 and a half, I don't know, man. Like that looks like a even 16 and a half. Like that looks like sharp line for Danny Avdia. Like
I
who
agree.
is he as a player? Like yeah.
What about Tamani? You think Tamani's kind of been playing pretty good, and this seems like kind of a ideal matchup for him.
Yeah, what's the threes? Is it 1.5?
Threes. Yep, 1.5. Pretty.
Yeah,
They're
he
very
he will
low.
have a I will bet like a decent amount of money that he gets 5 threes at least.
Yeah. Yeah. What about like PA? I always kind of like. I feel like there's a little bit of edge to add assists for these spot up guys when you know that they're going to be because they're just going to touch the ball more. You know.
Yeah, they'll just hockey
Yeah.
assists.
Yeah. Hockey assists and stuff. Yeah. Those
Yeah.
good ones. Let's see. I want to do a filter on Tamani versus spot up teams. Let's go like bottom half of the league. Let's see. And I know no Grant, so he's been playing like basically 30 plus minutes. Like he had 29 in a game, but then besides that, like he's been playing a ton of minutes too. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Tamani Kamara is probably not a guy that I like betting overs on, if I'm going to be honest. But
I bet it twice and won one, lost one.
yeah,
It's nothing great.
28 plus minutes. I think that's pretty close to a floor. It's been close to a floor recently.
I think he's playing 30 plus, like
Yeah.
almost guaranteed, especially with possibility of Danny Avdia being out. Like Tomani, if he kind of gets his shot right, he is incredible player. Like
Oh yeah.
he's a pest in defense, and he's shooting 34.4 points from three, and yeah, he needs to get that up like 37 to be a really reliable player in this league.
Yeah. And this is only filtered by spot ups too. Like some of these teams, like Miami, they're like a really good defense overall, like good in transition. Dallas is pretty good. Dallas, he went under again. I guess Hawks are shitty defense, but he shot 20.
Yeah, but look at it. Like he shot poorly. Like
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah. I really like Tamani stuff. You know, I think that this makes a ton of sense.
Sure, I agree. Like, but 12 and a half, I don't think that's a like. When you look at this, like, do you think he makes like 2 assists?
Yeah, I don't know. I wish it was like one assist personally, but I mean, look at this is his assist against spot up teams. Like he's
Yeah,
so
but is it with Scoot and Abdia and like Scoot Abdia and Simons? Like that's I think he is not and check Scoot. I think that's huge. I think he was out in some of these games.
yeah. So went
Yeah.
down a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. And overall, I did like. How did he get 4 assists? Like I don't know. I need to revise. I would love to see how he get like a corner guy getting 4 assists in a
Yeah.
game. Like what? Like maybe like stealing the ball and throwing a pass to transition and stuff. I don't know. Crazy to me. Like that Tomani was getting 4 assists a game.
So
So
I
so
oh sorry, you go.
just share one anecdote. Like I was on the show and I have like Q and A's at the end of the show, and last question was Koulibaly or over 4.5 assists, and I was like, Koulibaly 4.5 assists. What the fuck is with that line? And I opened I didn't check it for like very long time, and I opened the Prop Madness, and he cashed in the 8 of the last 10.
Yeah.
I was like, what did I miss? And then I bet under against the Houston, and he had 1 assist. Yeah, he was playing a bunch of terrible teams with Kuzma and Poole being out
I
mostly.
kind of
So
like Simmons. I guess this isn't really available. I was gonna say Simmons under 8.5 if Russell and Johnson play, especially if D'Lo plays.
I could
But
see Dilo playing. I don't know about Johnson,
yeah, well,
but
actually, I saw that they both went through shoot around, and I don't think I
yeah,
saw anything on Ben. So I would assume that both of D'Lo and Johnson
yeah.
maybe play.
There's
Definitely
no reason. There is no reason for them not to play. They are not injured. They are like pretending.
one. I don't know. I guess the net stuff's kind of just like a shit show. One thing I want to say though is like I wouldn't expect D'Lo or Russell to play more than 28 minutes or so because they're clearly just
Yeah.
not trying to win, and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, they were hurt. They're going to be on a minute
So I just love to look some
restriction."
stuff
Like,
live during the game, and the Thunder started 7 from 7 from the floor and scored 17 points in the first 4 minutes.
oh man, rip.
Ricky Council with three with,
Okay,
with 3 points in the first 4 minutes, so
that's good.
decent start.
Decent, good.
Yeah, I'm just like I hate it to say like I just like watch every game and I like feeling like I'm missing something out right now. Yeah, I'm crazy.
Yeah, live betting though, live betting is honestly if you're like familiar with rotations or what my favorite way of live betting is like by far when it's like a fourth quarter and it's a close game and a star just got off the bench and you know that they're about to like run 12 straight minutes and like they need only like 6 points in the quarter or something. It's like okay, well per 36 they're like way better than an 18 points per game guy. Plus it's crunch time, and so they're going to be getting the usage and stuff.
And do you know what's like most profitable bet for me? It was insane. Uh, Cleveland Cavaliers up 20 at the halftime in betting Donovan Mitchell under.
Yep.
Like I think I'm like 6 from 6 like so far.
I
Like
used to do
he
that
he
with
he he
Pritchard last year, but over.
he he, he don't care. He doesn't care. Like he gets 7 minutes in the third quarter, gets one shot up, gets 2 assists, and goes out, and he's smiling all over the place and doesn't care. Like and the
Real
cows,
team player.
yeah, and when the cows are up so much at the halftime, especially at home, they are just blowing out.
Yeah. Okay, Pips. One last game. Do you like anything with Dallas and Denver? Because this is a TNT game. I kind of want to check it out and see if there's anything nice. I know Gafford's been trending down a ton.
What's the line for Lively? Where is the Lively?
9.5 points. You only played
Eh,
27 minutes. 8.5. That's Caesars.
I
21
think
and a half.
yeah, I think you're going to like him over 8.5 points. Can you just I'll let's do the research on the spot. Like I did it already, so I want you to see how do you going to do it.
You want to see how I do it for
Yeah,
Lively?
yeah,
Okay, so he's not really a pick and roll man. He's a cut. You cut to the basket. That's what I honestly cut. I was like tripping on it a little bit because it doesn't have the rankings. I'm like, and I just like use common sense. I'm like, oh yeah, you cut to the
yeah,
basket. So restricted area, points in the paint. I guess restricted area is like fine, but overall points in the paint's good. Let's see,
yeah.
I guess I'd probably look for like maybe filter out because I mean Denver's 25th. I'd probably for if I want to bet on Lively, I'd probably want to filter out some of the bad paint defenses. Uh, I guess Kyrie's playing. Maybe I'd go here because he does need someone to like feed him the ball, right?
I don't think it changes so much. Maybe like 1 point or
Okay.
something like
Like
one.
Luca's a like an improvement though.
Yeah.
Well, maybe.
So
Yeah,
I will
Lively.
I will for sure set the games when Luca was out, uh, and then I'll for sure go to 20 plus minutes. Like that's just like they went away from Gafford and Live is playing like 30 minutes, but 20 should be like
Mhm.
enough. And then you had like 2 hours against Denver already, and those are tough matchups. Look, and he's still covering. Like he covered against Miami, which is not a
Oh,
good matchup for him. And Knicks, not good matchup for him. Close against the Houston, terrible matchup for him. So overall, like kind of I lean over. Uh,
look at
uh,
this. Houston 8 points in exactly 20 minutes. I'd say that's pretty good. Like
yeah, that
exactly 20.
yeah, and they're great against the bigs.
Hmm. And then
And this
Utah.
is Kessler. This is Kessler. Yeah.
Yeah.
Matching up the minutes with Kessler. That's not good for like teams that collapse and that get glued to the romance.
I feel like Lively really has like I feel like Lively more so was he in foul trouble last game? Do you know? I mean, obviously that's a risk against Jokic every game, but
He was close, but not nothing terrible. Like he lost more, maybe, like he was dancing around. I will say, like he was at second foul in the second quarter, but didn't get the third. Then started third and got the third foul, but didn't get the fourth. So he
Mhm.
was dancing around, but didn't get in foul trouble.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think this is a pretty good bet, to be honest. You said so we take
Yeah,
away bottom 10 paint defenses, 20
yeah.
plus.
Even if you, yeah, if you even if you got a bit further for the paint stuff, like you can see. I think you can eliminate some teams. Like you can see that. Yeah, just moving a bit, and it's yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And like
And they played Portland uh, in January, and Portland started the season as the best rim defense, like for like first like they were top five paint defense in first uh, 3 to 4 weeks, and they tanked lately. So yeah, we are looking at it now like they are average, but they are really below average, and you can see 21 points confirms that. So
yeah.
yeah, I think this is a decent look. Yeah, I think Pro Bomb shared this one in his group, so that's teamed it to over. But and ATR has over 10. I think ATR has like 10.4 on Lively.
I was
So
on
overall,
oh sorry, you keep going.
I think it goes back to 8.5 with Kyrie being ruled in, which makes no sense
Mhm.
actually.
Yeah. I was on Jokic's over PRA last game, and let me tell you, bro, he had zero chance of sniffing 30 with I don't know if they're gonna defend him the exact same way, but if they defend
He
him the
had
same way, he had
he
zero chance
had
of
he,
sniffing
he
30.
he had nine assists on 24, I think, or 23 potential assists.
Yeah, 22.
22. Yeah, that's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That's like, and look, check out every game against the Dallas, like head to head. Look at the
So
numbers, like
22,
22,
22,
23. Like those are huge numbers. Like if you compare, yeah,
and he still scored, of course, 33,
yeah,
37.
that those games were bullshit. Look at the threes, like he made every
Oh,
single
yeah, two
three.
for two,
And look at the first
three
one,
for
3 for
three.
3.
What the hell?
Yeah,
Yeah, so he
it's
really should have. I mean, I guess maybe you give him 1 for 2. That's like a pretty median. Like you don't give him
yeah,
2 for 2,
yeah,
and
30 points.
yeah,
And this one, like, yeah,
even 8 for 8 free throws. Like he's, usually that's like 6 or 7. I don't know.
yeah.
I
I think maybe in the first game Lively was out. Not sure, but I think Lively was out in the first game.
think that Aaron Gordon being back like takes because one thing I've noticed about Jokic is like he does not want to score 30 points a game. It's like if he's forced to, which aka if his team's playing like shit, then he really that's a good live betting edge too. You see the Nuggets playing like shit and they're not doubling the hell to Jokic, he's gonna end up with like 40.
Yeah, I think that was the case until this season. And this season, he put like 40 on Nets, on Raptors, on like bad teams. Like this season, he just don't care, honestly.
Mhm.
Like, but this was the edge for years, I would say. This was like I bet he's unders on like 3 straight All Star games because like that guy won't look at the score.
Yeah. I bet his under against Brooklyn under 29.5. And the DeAndre Jordan minutes were like a minus 15 in like 8 minutes. And Jokic ended up playing 40 minutes and was like a plus 30. And so like he was like forced to score.
Yeah.
Uh, it was shitty.
Fun fact: OKC is up 21 in the first 10 minutes.
That spread. Is Council still at 3?
Yeah, 1 from 5, obviously. Yeah,
Man.
he's shooting though. If he gets 20 field goal attempts, I hope he covers.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Dude, all you can really do is, I mean, obviously you project Council to be inefficient against OKC with high usage, but I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, if you get like the attempts, like that's all you can really try to project.
I said 4 from 12 and like 7 free throws.
Yeah,
I still think that's possibility.
yeah. Let's hope. Let's hope he hits a three tonight, and that'll be good. Yeah, Oubre. Look at Oubre trying to be the number one option. 0 for 5.
Yeah, that's just nah, that's horrible. I mean, that's why they have 11 points in the entire quarter.
Okay. Is there any last second stuff you want to go over? Is there any like games that or anything you want to like maybe help the viewers try to comprehend with like betting a little bit, or just any and like any examples you want to show of that, or do you think we're about good for now?
I don't know, like to be honest, this slate sucks for me. I didn't bet much, so I didn't find much. So yeah, I can't go through any like examples at this point when the lines are all set. I think most people shouldn't bet at this time. That's my advice. Like, if it's like random bench guy added or like this Ricky console stuff, sure. But you don't want to bet like on the starter without any news lately and without any adjustments. Like someone is out, so you have an edge. If you are betting like, for example, like Kevin Durant now, you
Yeah.
don't have an edge. You don't have an edge at closing line. Like that's 99.99% of people in the world don't have an edge at the closing line against the starter. Like, so these guys like Ricky Council and stuff that's added, and there are some news on the injuries, so you can find the edge. That's possible. That's probably the best time to bet actually,
Mhm.
like the highest EV. But like betting on starters without any news on injury reports or stuff, like yeah, look at the limits on FanDuel or on the other books. It's incredible. They are really high, so because they are really confident in their lines.
Do you think Ricochet? One last second. So without Hunter, I guess without Hunter and Jalen Johnson, do you think he kind of has a safe minute floor? Like what do you have, or what do you project Ricochet's minutes for?
I would say like 26 should be something. I think that's 26 to 30. I would say like depends on how he's playing. Like
Yeah, I mean there hasn't been a game without Hunter and Johnson, but those are like the two wings for the like someone's got to guard Durant and
yeah, he has a huge size to guard
yeah,
Durant, but I don't know who is. They have I don't know Gracie and
yeah.
Zachary and David Roddy. Like who else is going to guard stars, opposing stars? Jason Daniels is always like on Booker and Bill, but they don't have anyone for KD besides him, so it will be
Uh,
rough.
let's see. So I played Oso. I got a terrible line. I actually made like a really bad bet. I played Oso. Oso had lines this morning before Plumlee. I kind of
Yes,
fell
I
for the
saw it.
trap.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
definitely fell for the trap. But I actually do really like this 12 and a half line still, because he's not starting obviously, but he did start for Plumlee in the second half. I looked did a little stuff on Twitter. His net rating was really good with that unit. Usually when that happens, when you make a lineup change and it works, like you get rewarded with more minutes, and also Plumlee just kind of stinks. And
I think the matchup is really great, so
yeah,
he could get end up. But I don't see like 25 minutes for him tonight, maybe. Like
yeah. Let's see, he played 20, uh, 30 last night, and then 30 the night before. Nurkic is out, so there's not even like a chance of him re-entering the rotation.
yeah,
Nurkic did. Nurkic, I remember Pips. I remember seeing you uh, like lose it on Nurkic like last year at some point.
yeah. I went. I usually go really hard in Nurkic, and whenever I have a chance to talk shit about him, like I don't miss out on it.
Yeah,
Like he is complete garbage, complete garbage. So
I remember your points made so much sense though, because you said like he's not like he misses layups at like a Rudy Gobert rate, but he's like Rudy Gobert, like it makes sense why he misses layups because he's just so uncoordinated and stuff. But like Nurkic is like a very fluent mover, and he still just like can't like finish for shit.
yeah, he's lazy. Like he is like trying to like I don't know how to even explain. He's trying to be like look better than he is, and like I'll just turn around and make this layup so effortless, and then he airballs it like fuck man, go real hard inside and dunk that shit, or I don't know. Like he's trying to. I honestly like, can't put any good words on him. So
Yeah. No, yeah, he really is. He's almost. It's like jumping high and finishing strong is like exerting too much energy for him to like try it. So he goes up like weak as hell.
yeah. I mean, he's huge. Like he's almost 300 pounds, which is absolutely insane. Yeah.
Council hit a three. He played all 12 minutes in the first quarter. I think that
We love it. We love it. Isaiah Joe made a three. I don't love that shit, but I love the shit on Council. 6 points in first quarter. Good stuff. That means he probably plays 36 tonight, maybe even 38. We are looking good.
an edge tonight, a live betting edge is if you watch the rotation and see which one. Obviously, I know you're not gonna like this, but if you see which one of Wiggins or Joe is not on the court in the third quarter, or whoever's check the rotations, but one of them is gonna get garbage time tonight. One of Wiggins or Joe, and they always usually have the live lines listed. So you just gotta watch out
Uh,
for rotations.
yeah, I hope it's not Joe.
Yeah.
I don't think he is actually. Like honestly, like so far this season he wasn't getting, but Aaron Wiggins was getting much more.
Yeah, they just
And
don't have any of their G League guys tonight, it looks like. Let's see.
yeah,
So they finally took Council out. No, they got to give him a little rest.
yeah. So Isaiah Joe didn't play in the garbage for a lot of time. Like last time he played garbage minutes was he actually didn't play garbage minutes this season.
Is it Wiggins who gets garbage time?
Yeah,
Okay.
zero garbage time for Isaiah Joe. He did close some games when he got hot. Uh, like against the Knicks, that was an absolutely insane game from Isaiah Joe. But nah, he didn't get much.
Okay.
Yeah, but
So yeah,
Wiggins get entire 4 quarters.
you
A
think
lot.
Wiggins over 8.5 live is a good edge? So he has 2 points right now, so it's basically over 6.5 the rest of the game.
He got like 2 assists and 2 rebounds already. So, uh, yeah, probably like they're up so much. He should get the 4 quarter. Do they play tomorrow?
Thunder. Let's see. OKC does not play tomorrow.
Yeah, and for sure he should get 4 quarter minutes.
Okay, sweet. And dude, Donovan Mitchell already has 24 points.
Yeah, I just opened that game, which is incredible. Nemhard at 7 in 8 minutes, 5 assists. Like, yeah, he is
Yeah.
on it. Yeah, he
That shit
is
was easy.
destroying
That
them.
shit was actually so easy. Like, I mean, he literally takes like the Halliburton role, and like they priced him
Yeah,
out like he wasn't.
I I woke like I'm playing like fantasy league with my friends, and I woke up like at exactly the minute that the trades are open for the last night, from the last night that switched for today, and I just make sure I wake up in the middle of the night just to get Nemhard to my team, because I know like he is putting stuff now up tonight,
Yeah,
and then I woke up and I bet it as well. So
yeah. Regardless, win or lose, I mean, he's clearly getting like the usage. If he drops a stinker the rest of the game, like so be it. We were
sure.
we were just betting on.
Ricky Cal- have you seen that Ricky Council got 3 assists in the
Yeah,
first quarter alone? Yeah. Points rebounds don't look well, but points rebounds and assists looks amazing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Holy crap. Okay, Pips. Well, I think that's gonna do it. Let's see, we're live for way longer than we intended on being, but I had fun.
I didn't have any time like limit. I was just like,
Yeah, yeah.
same.
I don't know.
Like
I had fun.
always enjoy this stuff. Like,
Yeah, just talking hoops. I think
yeah.
this is a lot. I think this is like some of the funnest times to talk hoops too. Like right before tip, when you just get to like react to news, you gotta act quick. Some lines like absolutely suck. Like hopefully that council line ends up coming to fruition, being a terrible line.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I think it is like when you look at the minutes, like if he's playing 36, all the projections had him at 14 points with 30 minutes. He's playing 36, so it's projected to 15.5. We got 12. That's huge edge, monstrous edge.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, so Pips, so you're on the pick and roll on the board, correct? That's the channel name.
Yeah, yeah. So we are doing good, but we are not growing somehow. So I don't know, like guys, if you can join sometimes, it will help for sure.
Yeah, so check out that for sure. You can check it out on podcast form too. I definitely have listened to it on podcast form many times. You and Jacob do a great job over there, and it's tough to grow. I think that's why I reached out to you, Pips. It's because honestly, I'm just trying to collaborate more. I kind of realized I looked around Twitter, which is definitely different than YouTube, but all the people
Yeah,
who get the most engagement are just constantly collaborating with people. And like we both have Discords, we both create some content. You obviously do props madness stuff, so you don't really have time to like talk to people much. But
yeah.
yeah,
I mean, my highest view of the episodes are as well. Like last season, 2 times when Prop Bomb was on.
yeah.
It was the highest view of the episode, number one and number two, which is obviously like, yeah, he pulled some numbers on us, and that's always great. Also, whenever someone invites me, I'll most of the time I'll just join and retweet stuff, because like I will join the people that deserve it, the people that are doing well, and if I can't like help it anyway, like I'm enjoying it, and also I enjoy talking about basketball, especially with Props Madness on the screen.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, that's just a joy. Like, yeah, imagine
Dream.
doing like for my side, like imagine doing this for like your living. Like, that's I'm grateful. I'm grateful.
You made a great tool. Honestly, I mean this. I'm not even just saying this because you're on it. I've said this on my stream multiple times, or because I'm a sponsor. I don't think you
Yeah.
can be a good NBA better without props madness. I really don't. Like you're not going to be able to understand the game. You're gonna be if you're using like defense versus position and stuff, and you got to understand play types and scoring zones and schemes and props madness. Like you could be a newbie to basketball and just like get familiar with these graphs a little bit, get familiar with how this stuff works, and you could I really think you could become a decent NBA better pretty quick if you just get good at using props madness.
Yeah, I completely agree. Like, I just had like friend who never bet and never watches basketball, starting like some like uh like a couple of months. He'll just do like 1 hour research on props madness and try to find edges, and he'll share them, and I'm 100% sure he'll win.
Yeah,
Like,
I
yeah,
actually I plan on doing WNBA stuff. I don't know if you got into WNBA, but I mean
yeah, yeah.
with
I bet lots. I've
same.
shared like some bets last season, mostly using just props madness. I watched maybe like 10 games just to get like
Yeah,
a clue about it, and it's all actually very interesting. Like,
it is interesting.
yeah,
I watched a lot of the Fever games. Obviously, like I thought the Fever games especially were pretty entertaining. And
yeah. I watched. I watched Caitlyn, of course, and I watched. I didn't watch Fever. I watched Caitlyn. It's just like I just tuned in to see Caitlyn playing. Like, I'll be honest, and I
yeah,
did watch like Aces a ton, and Liberty. Like, those two teams are really good, so you can actually enjoy some good basketball in those games. The other teams that are like barely making playoffs or not making playoffs, it's really tough to watch. I would say, like, that's shitty basketball. And but you have like most two talented teams like Liberty and Aces were well above everyone else. Like, of course, uh, what's the red team? What's the red team? Cincinnati.
Mystics or
No,
Atlanta.
they were.
I don't
I'm
know
just.
NBA well.
Yeah, we can look at like I'll just check like Cincinnati, but I don't know what's the. I need to look. What's the name? It's Connect. It's the Sun. It's not Cincinnati. It's
Oh
Connect.
yeah,
Yeah, they were really good. So like you have like four really good teams, and then there is kind of. But that will improve with time. Obviously, the talent is coming in, and I'm actually looking forward to the WNBA season and willing to do some stuff. But just about to finish the stream, uh, we worked on props madness part time. Everyone, like, I have 5 developers working part time and everyone, and now we are rented an office. I even wrote it down on the tweet tonight, and hired some people to work full time, and we'll now start moving a bit much quicker and adding stuff like on like almost daily basis. We didn't do much last 2 months because we have so much other stuff to handle, but improvements and new stuff are going to start rolling back in February again.
Yes, sir. We love to hear that, and we love to hear that. I don't even know what you could add though, to be honest, dude. Like I feel like this has damn near everything, but
Yeah, we have like 25 stuff on to-do list.
yep.
I won't spoil anything, but yeah, if anyone has any like ideas, shoot me, let me know, and I'll try to work it out.
I actually have one idea, but I'll save it for once we end.
You can say it on the stream, like I'm completely okay with it.
Okay. I think that one thing I don't know if this is accessible data, but I feel like play types, but opponent defensive ranking on play types, if you could filter that by like last 15 games, so it didn't have to be a season long sample. I feel like that would be a little bit better.
That's one of the most requested feedback, and there is no data.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, there's so far we don't know about the data, but we'll do that for the shooting maps. We'll add last 15, and
Yeah.
we'll add last 15 for pace, for defensive rating, and all that stuff. But only for play types we can do it because there is no data.
Yeah. No, that sucks because
Yeah.
the play types data is like kind of tough, especially at the end of the year.
Yeah, when teams start changing, which is yeah, I completely understand. I agree. I would love to see it myself either. So, I'm like betting every day, and if that's a possibility, that will be up like for sure.
Yeah.
But
Sweet.
we'll probably create next thing like mid February is probably going to be shot map like for assist. Like same
Oh,
stuff that we have for points, we'll have assist allocation, like players where they are sending assist. Some players are only assisting for threes, like Giannis. Some players are assisting a lot to the rim, like Trey Young. So yeah, it will be interesting to see.
well,
That will help. Like
I know what Julius Randle's is about to look like. Straight threes.
yeah,
Never tossing it to Rudy.
yeah. Even when he's wide open, yeah.
All right. Well, last thing I want to say though too is so props madness. Like I said, WNBA. If you guys are looking to get into that, I mean, season's not for a while away, but if you do want to continue to bet on hoops during the summertime, you want to get into WNBA. It is a growing product. I'm sure it will keep on getting more popular and more people will like it. Props madness does have WNBA too, so that's just like another additive of it.
Yeah, we'll add other sports when we are really, really satisfied with our basketball product. So that's coming as well.
Sweet. All right. Well, that's about to do it. Appreciate everyone who tuned in. We got 1,200 people in here, which is sweet. I mean, we're not even really talking about much, but we appreciate all you guys for tuning in. Make sure to sub and like to the Straight Betting channel. Check out the Pick and Roll YouTube podcast live stream on the Board YouTube channel. That's where Pips is at every morning. And of course, leave Pips a follow on Twitter at PipsNBA. All right. Well, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Pips, once again, of course, thank you for coming on. It was a pleasure.
Same.
All right. That's going to do it.